What's going on, guys? As promised, here's my very amateur review of the Nighthawk Custom Enforcer. This is a firearm that I picked up about a week ago. I debuted it in my video about my ACW Quantico update, and I'm following up with that. There's not a lot of reviews out there on YouTube with this. There's one that's very exceptional by Grand Thumb. It's kind of long, but it's worth the watch. One thing that he didn't really do, though, is show the gun in detail, up close, in high def. So that's the goal of today. So first things first, just looking it over, you can see that it's a full-size 5-inch 1911 with a rail. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of the railed guns. It's all blacked out, murdered out, which is a really, really good look. And the overall look of the gun, to me, it's very, very elegant. This is a gun that is extremely similar to Nighthawk Custom GRP, but there's a few things that come standard with this that separate it from the GRP, and I'll go over those. So, starting from the front, as you can see, we've got a flush and crowned barrel. You can see there, nice and flush. They do a beautiful job at making sure that that is just, you know, to the actual touch, it's seamless. And that's gorgeous. The plug here is serrated, so that's a nice addition, a nice touch. Coming around to the front, this is one of the big things that separate it from your standard GRP that's not customized to your liking. But it's got these ball radius cuts here, and the line just flows perfect with the frame. I think that's a really, really good look, really, really sexy, really elegant. A lot of people choose it, but on this gun in particular, it stands out really like that. On the front side here, or the front part of the rail, you have your front cocking serrations. The top of the slide is also serrated. And what I appreciate about this particular serration, so I've only had 3 1911s that were serrated at the top. One of them was from Dan Wesson, one of them was from Wilson Combat, and then now this one from Nighthawk. The gun that I had that had the serrations on the top from Wilson Combat was my CQB, and at the top it had a indentation on it, and then went along the top of the slide to the very end, and then kind of, you know, dipped back out. That was really nice. The other gun that I had was a Dan Wesson Specialist. Its serrations were elevated a little bit high, so it was a distinct ledge that came up, ran down the top of the slide and stopped. What I appreciate about this particular firearm, now again, I don't know if Nighthawk does this for all their models or if it was just for this Enforcer here, but the serrations are rounded with the way that the 1911 slide flows, and I like that. I like that a lot. You know, it's nice and rounded, and then just goes elegantly, nice and forward to the top. So that was really cool. For sights, we have a Recon night sight in the front, and then in the rear you have your Heine ledge sights. And what's cool about this is it just has the single night sight there, and at a nighttime, those glow really, really good. On the back of the slide, you have serrations as well. You have serrations all along the back of the slide. Of course, you have the integrated rail for attaching whatever light or laser of your choice. I like this Surefire X300. Moving back to your slide stop, all right, you have it flush with the frame, which is really, really nice. You have your rear serrations here, of course. Coming back to the safety, the engagement on it is really, really nice, really crisp. This particular model has a single side safety, but of course there's other models too for the Enforcer that come with your ambi safety as well. It's really, really positive, really good. On the front side of the gun, you have your front strap checkering. This is 25 LPI, lines per inch in the front, and then also in the back. of your mainspring housing. That's really nice. You have your mag well, which is attached to your mainspring housing, which makes this a one piece. And then it also has a lanyard loop down here. The blending, it's really nice, really good. I mean, there's a little bit of gaps there, but that doesn't interfere with loading or reloading by any means. So it's pretty good. Okay, moving on, the next thing we're gonna go over is your grip safety. I'm gonna show you how to engage the grip safety and show you the percentage to ensure that it fires. Just like this. That's all you have to do. Maintain a fucking man grip. And the grip safety is engaged, which means the damn thing is gonna fire. There's some channels that are out there that are super hyper focusing on the percentage of this engagement back here because they're butthurt because they've been called out, right? It means absolutely fucking nothing. If you're that concerned about the percentage of engagement that your grip safety is going to have, then switch to a fucking Glock or put a rubber band around the goddamn thing. Not that hard. Grab the gun, ready to fire. Okay, I digress. Moving on. Under here, you have a little bit of an undercut, not super deep, but deep enough to get a little bit of a higher grip. So that's nice. Your mag release, serrated. Nothing special about that, but it does have a very, very good, you know, release. Your trigger, this particular trigger is the most sensitive trigger I've ever shot personally out of a 1911. And that's not a negative thing at all. It's not a negative thing. It's not a positive thing. It's however you are as the shooter. I prefer mine with, you know, a little bit heavier, not by much. I don't have a meter or anything to show you the exact pull on it, but if I had to guess, it's probably around 3 pounds. But I'll show you now. A little bit of take up, right? And then just boom. And the release, very, very short. Very nice. And that's what you get from a manufacturer like Nighthawk Customs. Really, really nice. The blending in the back, really good. Right? If I compare that with my ACW, it's on par. And I would argue, sorry, let me get the camera here. You know, the ACW does appear to be a little bit smoother, but you have to take into consideration that the back of the slide here is serrated. The overall gun itself, right, it's finished in a black nitride finish, and that is a finish that is unique to Nighthawk Customs. I really like it. It seems really, really durable. There's a couple wear marks and stuff like that here, but not a big deal at all. It's actually a good thing because it shows the gun is actually used and not sitting as a safe clean. Let's compare that to the DLC. This is DLC. This is a lot more durable finish, so you're not going to see a lot of scratches on this. And I've holstered this thing a ton of times, but for comparison purposes, you know, I wish the camera could pick up what my human eye sees. But there's a comparison there. I'd say this one here is definitely a little bit shinier. The one on the right, the DLC, has more of a matte finish. And then I also have a Cerakoted 1911. It's just a Springfield. And you can compare these. The Cerakote's not nearly as durable as the black nitride, but you can kind of see the differences there. All right, trigger time. I got to take this out to the range, and I will add some footage of that into here. I didn't shoot a lot, maybe 100 rounds total, but I recorded the first 8 rounds that I fired. And the accuracy of this weapon is amazing, absolutely amazing. It is, I mean, it's a Nighthawk. Nighthawk is known for their reliability, and they're known for their accuracy as well. I had 0 issues with firing this. I didn't have any FTFs, didn't have any issues with, you know, a magazine, whether it was an 8 round or a 10 round or a 7 rounder, whatever. This thing ate everything. Just an amazing, amazing firearm. Hey, real quick, circling back to a couple things I forgot to hit on. I'm sure you guys noticed the barrel. So this gun is chambered in 45 ACP, and it's got a national match barrel in it. This one is blacked out as well. Really good barrel, obviously, really helps for accuracy of the gun itself. The front of your trigger is serrated as well, which aids in your finger staying put and not slipping. And then the other thing I forgot to cover or talk about with this particular gun is the MSRP on it. So I am not the original owner of this. Like I said, I bought it used. The individual that had it before, who bought it from the original owner, so I'm the third owner would be, his original receipt was in there. He paid around, after tax and everything was said and done, probably around $4,200 for this gun. I end up getting it considerably less. It's a fair price. Jumped on it, try it out, and if I end up letting it go, that's what I'm going to let it go for. Going to be fair to the market. But yeah, overall, exceptional gun by all standards. Very, very few people are going to say anything negative about a Nighthawk Custom. They're just top of the line 1911s out there. On par with, you know, your Wilson Combats, your ACWs, your Cabot, your Ed Browns, etc., your Les Bears. This is a great, great firearm. So if you're interested, you know, hopefully you can find one. This is kind of more of a difficult model to find, and it's a little older. But all right, I think that's going to wrap it up for this particular review. I hope this was helpful for anybody who's looking into this particular firearm, or if you're looking into just Nighthawk, you know, in general, and you just wanted to see another review of a Nighthawk custom gun. Here's one. I think this gun would look really, really good in the smoked black nitride finish. I don't think I'm going to be doing that. This particular gun, it may be a catch and release for me. I haven't really decided. But while I have it now, you know, I really, really, really enjoy it. Oh, one thing I didn't touch on, the grips here. This is Nighthawk, obviously, custom grips. And this is based off of the G10 gunner grips. And I've always liked the really, really aggressive grips. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. I am not a firearm expert by any means. I have no affiliation with Nighthawk Custom either. I just did this review because I own this gun. That'll do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Have a good day.